welcome. Well, let's get to it now. Waiting on Voice of Radio as we always do. We're a little bit early getting started on a 420 show over here. Ooh, I always got that light a little lower than I like. Let me get some light on the situation here. Yeah, get a little bit brighter here. See what's going on with it in this damn world. In the 420 world, what we doing here, buddies? Let's get to it. Oh, that's crazy that I still. What's up with it? I don't know if we on YouTube. Let me see. All right, here we go, YouTube. Think we good here. Should we get it on up and rolling, man? Thank y'all for coming out, man. My nephew, man, what's up with you? Tuck Bucks up in this joint, man. Appreciate everybody, man. Don't forget to like and share. You know, last week we didn't make the Voice of Radio show, so if we got to get going without it, we going to get going. But happy 420, everybody. Everybody get your shit together. This is the Sohigho podcast, man, where we like to talk about everything in cannabis cultivation, information, and the legalization of the cannabis plant, man. We got a great show for y'all, as we always do. Last week we went over some of the fun. Well, last week we missed Voice of Radio podcast, but we tapped in over here. So we're gonna get going a little bit more with what's going on in cannabis news here in Ohio. Actually, in cannabis news in Ohio, it's really tough because you know you gotta watch out right now. There's so much legal stuff going into the midterms right now that we have to be on our P's and Q's. The Republicans in this town, I guess that's what they name themselves, are really out here just messing around with the law and craziness like that. But I'm not down for nobody who support people who are abusing these kids, and that's just the way I feel about it personally, man. I'm not down with the pedos and all of that stuff messing around and having any discussion on my morality with the cannabis plant, point blank and period. Man, there is no middle ground for that at all, man. You cannot tell me no way, no how that it's cool to be messing around with these kids over here, and it just ain't gonna happen over here, man. That just like is unimaginable to me that we are in a situation like that where our leaders is convicted of so much heinous stuff, and we so cool with that, man. It's like not really cool, especially about the cannabis plant. Are we gonna do a little bit of Google research like we always do? Okay, Google, what's the current state of the cannabis laws here in Ohio, and what are the threats to the legal cannabis user here in the state of Ohio? Gonna do a little research and see what Google has.
Current legal state. Recreational adult use cannabis is legal in Ohio for adults 21 and older, regulated by the Division of Cannabis Control. However, state lawmakers altered the original voter-approved law through Senate Bill 56, effective March 2026. Possession limits. Adults may possess up to 2.5 ounces of flower and up to 15 grams of concentrates. Home grow. Up to 6 plants per adult, capped at 12 plants maximum per household.
That's where we need to grow in at. And we are still capped at 6 plants per adult, 12 plants per household. Everybody in Ohio, man, I just have to make a big push. I want y'all to support me over at the art fair. If you over on YouTube, you can see our little banner. Over here on TikTok, we got you right over here. And we're going to get to doing what we do over at the Art Fest. But definitely please come and support us at the Art Fest. And what I'm saying to that, being 6 plants that we could grow, is I am going to make clones for outdoor, and I encourage everybody to start buying some lights right now and I will definitely hook you guys up with some great clones that we could put outdoors or indoors, and we can get to growing and circumvent this law. The best way we gonna be able to beat the damn weed law in Ohio is every adult in this joint needs to grow weed. Period, man. You need to put six, whether you grow it good or not, you need to exercise your rights. And I want to make a big push. If some people can just help me just distribute these clones to people that could grow. We need some smaller lights, and I want to go through a series with some people. We done waited too late in this season, but next year, at the beginning of the season, we will be like so ready to drop those drop some clones on everybody and get us all ready to go. So we are going into like what I would like to say in Northeast Ohio and around in Ohio. We about to go into the indoor season. So going into indoor season, I look at Ohio as two different seasons because they don't let us grow commercially outdoors. It's an indoor season and an outdoor season. In Northeast Ohio, even though, especially around Cleveland, Ohio, Northeast Ohio, Worcester, Ohio, even Mid Ohio, our air goes so dry with this big body of water up there. It is crazy how dry the air gets, and it is almost easier to control your humidity because we add so much humidity in the winter. And to my estimation and my bro science, since we grow so high up on the longitudinal line, uh, we do a lot better with growing bigger fruit, growing higher on the longitudinal line. We about to tap into my main man over at the Voice of Radio, my man EP. I know we on about a 10-minute countdown before we take on, and that is our original show. This show did not start without the Voice of Radio. Voice of Radio is my home. I also do a morning podcast over there, Good Morning Dumb America. I'll be on that show at 10 a.m. Tomorrow. I usually try to simulcast myself on the TikTok, but check us out on Facebook. That's my home. I'm so happy that my Facebook crowd is here. Facebook is where I cut my teeth at. Those is my most loyalist followers through Voice of Radio, and I always like to give a shout out to my man EP running the master control back at Voice of Radio headquarters. That's usually wherever he's at with his laptop. But we ain't gonna hold my man. I appreciate my man for giving me this platform and always being a good friend to the business and giving people a chance where the Voice of Radio, where if it happened in Cleveland, if you didn't hear from us, it probably didn't happen. I kick off the Tuesday Power Block. I don't know if Dre the Gemini is coming on with everything anime. And then after me, you got Al Porter's Hip Hop Workshop. Longest continuing consecutive music show in American history, period. Al Porter's Hip Hop Workshop is coming on after me on the Voice of Radio over on Facebook. So shout out. So we was talking about, so checking Facebook up with us. We talking about growing plants in Ohio. People, you want to be liberated from weed. This is not that hard. Trust me. If my man is tapping in over on YouTube, the Blind Bug Cultivator. My brother is blind. He cannot see out his eyeball. He's completely blind. And he grows some of the best weed out here. And he has switched over from growing in dirt to growing in hydroponics. And I can tell you right now, if you want to grow weed right now, hydroponics is easy and just way more efficient to get your first grow off. I would have never said that before. I would have wanted you to grow in dirt. Now, if you want to learn about what you're growing, shout out to my homegirl Deidre. She'll tell you all about it. If you want to grow in dirt, it creates a better fruit and everything. But I think me and my homegirl might just grow hydroponics because it's less effort. We could just set it and forget it. Kind of change the water once a week. Just check your levels, and since they have added new things to growing hydroponics, the reason why we used to hate growing hydroponics because you had to be damn near a chemist. You had to add a little of this and a little of that. It used to be like 7 bottles when we got good, and we was trying to pay. Before that, it was like 17 bottles to grow hydroponics, and you had to keep testing the pH balance for all the fuck shit you was putting in the hydroponics to grow. We really didn't know what we was doing, so we just used to like go crazy. Now we have pH perfect. pH perfect is your water is going to instantaneously be the right pH balance. So you just add the nutrients with pH perfect. I heard Humboldt County has a new nutrient line, and I would love to try that this fall. Get a couple tents going, and we're going to do a DWC. And what we're going to do is do exactly what the blind bud cultivator do, step by step. I try to tell people it's not that hard. Find you a YouTube grower, just one, and follow him from start to finish. Grow the seeds he grow and do everything he did. Do not deviate. There is 100 ways to get your plant to growing, but if you mix in two different people's philosophy on how to grow, it might not work. Everything that you do in dirt, you might not do necessarily in hydro. A lot of the things are the same as far as the deficiencies in your plant. Like all of those is gonna stay the same. Alligator leaves mean you got low your nutrients is low. When you start seeing yellowing around the leaves, that's usually a potassium shortage. When you find out, it is all of the traits of bad growing is listed online and clearly in a diagram, so you can't go wrong. That's the only time you want to go out and get a supplement to fix it. And if you are growing in dirt, do not go get supplements. Fix your dirt. Your dirt nutrient is the best. If you want to grow long term, start thinking about a no-till grow. My girl Luna All Day Dirt on Instagram. I give her so many shots out that she should probably pay me some fees for always giving her a shout out. But hands down, you cannot even follow where she's at right now. She's so ahead of the game. I would go back like 3 years and look at her and go back to when she was growing with worm castings, aloe, and just beet juice. She just grew her own beets, grew her own aloe, grinded that up, added into RO water, and she sprayed her plants down. And when she was through, she shirked the dirt off the root, put it back down, and put another clone right in there. That's why you want to do a no-till grow, because your dirt just keeps going over and over. The dirt is so living in there that you could grow damn near you probably could grow anything that you would want in those similar type pH. Some plants like the cactuses is a little more sand in the mix, but most of the plants that we grow in Northeast Ohio will grow good in a worm casting, like organic dirt mix that marijuana and cannabis loves to grow in. That's why I think growing here in Ohio, Michigan is doing a great job. I ain't gonna hold you. If you know some of the growers up in Michigan and you get to their private stash, they are knocking it out the damn park right now. And to me right now, across the country, and I'm a Ohio State fan, Buckeyes fan only, and I am not the Michigan still. My son live up there a lot. They are whooping our ass as far as extracts. Nobody is extracting better wax around this world or this country than Michigan right now. I have had the finest out of LA. It be good, but to me, it just don't have the character of Michigan weed. Michigan weed has more full flavor, and the higher up in the UP you go, the better the weed is. We are going to go to Mackinac Island, I believe, sometime in August. And when I go up there, I seek out local growers. And you go to those dispensaries up there, and that's when I go for broke. The prices is cheap, but I ain't talking about no short ride. If you know where you at on the Michigan map, the mitten, that's why they call it the mitten. You put your hand right there. Detroit down here, Mackinac Island is up there, and that's where we going. But it is worth the drive going up there to get that, because it is outstanding. And I really think that's because Michigan is so high up on the longitudinal line, that I believe they grow better fruit. I would love for it to be a greenhouse up in Michigan to see if we could grow fruit up there. Like, I think if we did geothermal, went down 8 feet, 56, you get 56 degree temperature, and if you pump a 56 degree temperature in, it would only take us a little amount of energy to keep the temperature up about the 60, 70 range, and then you can really grow all year long. And if we did that, I wouldn't do that all the way just for cannabis. I would, because I love cannabis, but I would try to grow lemons in Michigan or Ohio all day long. But it's just like sometimes, like it seems so common sense, but then trying to break down these systems, and especially with a plant like marijuana, it's very hard. But this has taught me a lot more about life and the planet growing cannabis. I think everybody should pick a plant, two plants, or three plants, get good at it. It's same like I feel like that about marijuana. You should pick a good strain to grow in your neighborhood, around you, very good in your community, and just be known for that. I like to be known for sativa, basically pineapple upside down cake from Humboldt County. I like to be known to that. I got a little name for myself behind unicorn poop. I grew unicorn poop better than anybody I knew, and when we started mixing it with red pop, and we was calling it Tahitian treat, that was just one of the best high weed. And I still got the seeds over here. I did the old school seed chucking. I took the mail and I just sprinkled that mug on top of red pop those seeds. And let me tell you, that's why I say people ain't growing no seeds and making their own clones. That took me 3 years. That was a long ass time. It took a long ass time before we even tasted that shit. You had to grow a whole female plant, a whole male plant, then you had to let that female plant get germinated, then you had to let those seeds dry out, then you had to like pop 20 seeds just to get freaking 3-4 females out of that, then you had to grow all of those, then you had to, like, that took time. And we was just growing over, we was we was growing before they changed the law in Ohio, but we was trying to get that together beforehand to get it, and it's just a long ass process. There are ways to cheat around that. If you have a great plant, it's called silver nitrate, and you could take a bud of your plant and treat that with silver nitrate, and it'll force it in the hermaphrodite, and it will make some seeds. And then you will have to like check those seeds you will have to sex those plants, and that means you just need 20 solo cups, and you need to find out if it was a male or a female. To that point, if you are looking for something to do in this industry, especially in Ohio, you should be a breeder. Being a breeder, you don't have to grow as much. You have to grow mother plants, and you have to be more in the research. You're not really growing to make money off a lot of plants. What you growing to make money off of is good genetics. If you are known to put a plant out there that's hardy, that lasts in this weather, that grow good fruit to the end, grow genetics, man. Your local store, I'm not going to talk about the law everywhere, but you could give people clones. And if you get known for growing a hardy plant, if you mix two good things together, or even if you popping a lot of seeds and you get a mother plant that could sponsor clones for about 3 or 4 years, and I mean that. I have grew mother plants up to 6 feet tall, keeping them in veg, and I'm just clipping them from the bottom, putting them in a clone maker, and I'm putting a little bit of root clone on there, and I'm just making clones. As soon as I get more clones out the bucket, I'm putting them in solo cups, and they are for sale. And the DNA, the reason why you want clones is because the DNA off that mother plant is going to be the same all the way through. You will not get to see the same DNA if you are using like just seeds and you popping the same seeds over and over and over again. It seems like you get a different version of the same plant's DNA. That's when you get different phenomes types, and that's all off into the woods about the technicality of that. But the biggest thing I'm going to tell everybody, especially over here on TikTok, man, thank y'all. Like and share that thing over on YouTube, and love my Facebook people. Make sure you like and share these damn things for me, man. Help me get out there and tell the world that I got the best damn podcast, and I'm one of the best podcasters in this damn world. Grow some plants, man. Come see me. Just get together, man. You want to grow some plants here in Ohio? You could come see me. I could give you some plants. I really can't promote for what we got to do since it's a national platform and stuff, but I can give you what you want. Remember the law in Ohio, if y'all don't know, you could give your mother an ounce of weed. You can't sell what you got, you can't advertise what you got, or none of like that. The other little thing that you guys got to worry about in cannabis in Ohio is looking like the gummy bears can't be gummy bears no more. So if you making edible stuff, and I recommend that, man. A lot of people don't know, man. It only take if you got some good chronic in this mug. It don't make you got this is some yellow straws, right? If you got good chronic, all you need is about 7 grams of chronic and about a cup of oil after you decarb it, and you can have some of the best gummies in your life. It's better. I know a lot of people don't like going over the border right now, going over the mission to get gummies, and the dispo is what the dispo is. But I will tell you, if you wanted to get dosed out of the dispo, for gummies, that might be the best thing because the milligrams is usually accurate in that. But you know, I would never like getting on this platform ever telling you about eating too many gummies. You have to be careful with edibles. You have to go low and slow. I say it over and over again. What do I mean by low and slow? Low dosing over time. It takes 35 to an hour worth of time. 35 minutes to an hour before the onset of weed. And trust me, sativa do something different than indica, especially in gummies. If you are not a sativa eater and you eat a lot of sativa, it will probably make you feel uncomfortable. You probably ate too much if you using medical. So you have to be very careful with that, man. When you are using cannabis or any other product for medicinal, you got to use a little bit less. When we use it in recreational, we overstuff our sensories with it, and we just want to be comatose or THC overload. You really don't want the effects of the plant, because it seems like THC override all of that, and you'll start feeling more of the euphoria. And a lot of people don't like the euphoria. So that's when you will go to a CBD, no THC, and then you can get all effects of the cannabis plant without the euphoria of the THC. So those are possible things for like sleep. CBDG is good for uptake of your circulation. I need to go see Made by Farmers right now. They do a great product made by farmers. Always got restfulness. I always say you can order it offline anytime you want. CBD won't pop the piss test. I know for a fact my people use this. If you are in a factory or if you somewhere that's tighten up on the THC law, my buddy uses this, takes some piss test, and he never pops. And it doesn't have THC in it, and it's good for falling asleep quickly, waking up refreshed, and it's great for anti-inflammatory. So it's helping out with your circulation, and that's what Made by Farmers are known for. They grow a shit ton of CBD, and I never knew why, because they export it in bubble hash. Bubble hash is clean, it's all natural, and it's just a great for the circulation. Not just circulation for you. I'm 100% good right that it's circulation for plants too. In plants, we usually use silica, which I usually get out of rice hulls as a natural form of it. But here for the human body, CBDG is great for circulation, and you will get like just everything that you use should have a little bit of CBDG in it. Because say you want to get more sleepy, which this is restfulness. The CBDN, which is help you go to sleep and relax you more, go into you quicker because the CBDG makes your uptake cleaner. It almost open up your pathways for it. So it is very scientific what I'm talking about. Been proven academically and peer reviewed, tested that the CBDG is in there. And thanks to the government, and I will have to say, to the president's credit, he did relax the law on medical marijuana. If you have a medical card and you are traveling in the United States of America, research marijuana for medical marijuana is now Schedule 3. So it's going to be very hard, I think, for the government to say that they can schedule it 3 for research, and you as a medical user using the same product, if you ever got stopped with it, could they have to say it's not contraband because it's legal. And if you in your state lines, you good. I think the only way this would apply is if you traveling across state lines on some federal comments. And they destroying that right now because the hemp beverage companies are mad at the United States for antitrust by telling them they can't sell their hemp product across the line and be competitive because we are in a capitalistic state. As much as I don't like some of the policies behind that, I agree with that for cannabis for the simple fact the best bag always win. And what I mean by that is the highest quality of marijuana is always going to sell the best. The people tell you what they want, and it's some people for everything. It's plenty of people who do not like sativa. If you do not know the difference between sativa and indica, you have to remember indica is like in the couch, like I want to Netflix and chill. Sativa is more of a, people like to say, a mind buzz or a body buzz. To me, it just does not like activate all of your relaxing muscles as maybe the relaxing components of your chemistry as a indica will. Sativa to me, I do think a lot, and I will go for it. Some sativa, I feel like in my mind, I feel like I'm chatty catty on that, and I'm like thinking forward. If I got something to do, and if I'm using it right, and it's the right brands, I will use a sativa gummy to keep me going. Also, sativa gummy for me personally is my better pain relief. A little bit of sativa gummy in the morning and Advil. For me, for some reason, I don't fixate on my pain because I'm fixating on probably what the next thing I'm about to get accomplished or things like that. So remember, like sativa is a big difference out there than indica. Indica, always remember, is the laid back. Hybrids are great. Most all runts is like 50-50 or 60-40. Bolo runs kind of lean toward indica, but most of the runts is like 50-50. So you look for something either hybrid and check what it is before you just be like, oh, I don't like this. Duh, 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 duh. It's so many different strains. And each of you, I want to tell y'all, are such an individual, and I love y'all all for each of y'all individualism, that this plant will affect everybody different. The same strain will do something different than my homegirl Deidre, than a lot of other people who's smoking than maybe you. My one buddy I can remember, we just had OG Glue. He felt creative on it. Everybody else went to bed on that shit. And I mean, everybody else went to bed on that shit. Half a joint was knocking their ass out. Looked that shit up, it was like 32%. And when I smoked it, it was literally 32%. That's where I back down at. I'm 28% THC is fucking high as fuck to me. Sometimes too much. I got shit to do in the daytime. I don't not want to smoke that in the daytime, especially with this art festival coming up. I got way too much shit to do, man. Like that just get me in the couch too bad, man. So that's like not what good. All right, we got a lot of shit going on. On the 1st, we got another pop up here on August 1st. It's coming up on Sunday. If you don't know, I believe it's another one. We got a couple weed events up in here in Cleveland. I got to check and make sure. If I could post it on one of these on TikTok, I'll let you know where it's going to be at. But it's coming up. But a lot of times, if you're not invited, you don't get to go. Shout out to my boys, Papermaker, down in Mid-Ohio, always doing their things. And shout out to my people over at Shangri-La. Shangri-La in Ohio will be at the Art Fest this year, man. Shouts out to them. They're going to have an information table right here on St. Clair, and I appreciate them for supporting us, and we support them. It will be age gated, as you need to know. You know what I'm saying? You cannot be coming in a tent not being over 21, but they will have a lot of things. We do have a couple vendors joints just left, but come on out to the Art Fest. We got so much planned for y'all, man. We got J.R. Blessington. We got Black Vanguard. We got Afrobeat Revolution. We got the one and only Joe Abrams, man, and the Millions of Bells ad, man. They are so fucking good. It's ridiculous. When I say that's a treat in itself, man, shout out to my homies, Post Saga, who didn't make it, Chris Burner, who Burner. But that's why he ain't make it, because I say his name wrong, man. But we appreciate it. But guess who we got? We got the one and only Ramon Rivas, and we got John Armstrong headlining the comedy for us, man. It's gonna be a great, great night. We got Austin that's gonna do the mic that doesn't end over at the Brown Hoy Cider stage all day long, man. It's gonna be a great, great time, man. City of Cleveland water buggy. And if you guys want to help out in the Northeast Ohio area, man, we gonna go canvassing tomorrow. Everybody want to know how they can help with the Art Fest. We going door to door to be hyper local about our community, because we really want to build our community here. We really are all about reimagining our community. That's not a joke to us. That's very, very serious to us. We appreciate everybody who's helping us out. It is very hard to throw a free party for the people. If y'all don't know, a weed dude like me with politics is bullshit. I will give y'all, I'm going to end with some of the best news you ever heard in your life, man. I went to court on a traffic ticket and got off. This is the first time in my life I never had to pay court costs. I never had to pay a fine. I usually cop out, and I won my court case today because the officer didn't show up. So I appreciate you, man. And to that end, man, I'm a military veteran, and anybody who signed up for a job to put their life on the line, whether they bad, good, or indifferent, man, at one point you courageous. I don't even give a fuck if you racist. I wouldn't sign up these days to put my life on the line for a lot of you folks out here. But I appreciate the police, the military, man. So salute to all the people who can't smoke weed for my right to smoke weed. I appreciate all those men and women that's working hard in the military. Don't forget, we are actively at war. Somehow this military this news media that don't like to say that. So that's young men and ladies that's 17 through 28 years old that's deployed around this world with a leader who I question sometimes, but I appreciate your service, man, so much, man. I am a combat veteran with a Bronze Star, and I do smoke weed because of PTSD. So all you people, keep your PTSD down, man, and we appreciate your service, man, so much, man. I never get a military enough shout out. It's a thankless ass job with no pay, but it's so important for the freedom for me to come on here in the United States on Beyonce's TikTok and shit, and get out here to the world and talk about cannabis on the best damn podcast. Name my podcast Sohigho podcast, and I appreciate all the freedoms and the liberties that is to do me to be a human being. I really don't think it's much more than that. So thank the men and women of the United States Armed Forces and armed forces around the world, man. It's truly a thankless ass job, man, and I appreciate that. I hope they let y'all smoke weed actively here very soon, man. You don't want to be high. You ain't gonna smoke it when somebody's shooting at you anyway. Trust me on that. But after they get through shooting at you, boy, do you need a joint. You need about 8 joints, and you need 3 to 4 months off work after you get shot at and shit. You need to take a fucking break, man. So appreciate that, man. And shout out to the policemen, firemen, EMS, all the civil service, man. We don't give enough credit to our nurses in this place, man, and doctors, EMS, and the janitors, and all the support staff to keep all these places running, man. Thank y'all for the civil service, man. The bus drivers, all that, man. Thank you for your service. Teachers, thank you for your service, man. I appreciate that, man. Look out for the Art Fest. We got lots coming. Shout out to the one and only Chip, man. We wouldn't be doing this without you. Trish, God bless you. You a saint. She is the best. What we got. Days One, the Almighty. Man, keep your head big, bro. That's the key for this joint, man. Red Lion Tattoo, 4030 Studio. My man HJS, he gonna be performing. I gotta get that dude on the damn flyer too, there, Chip. And we got a lot to do. Royal Fire Band. Mickey Baby out of Akron gonna be on the damn thing, man. We got Chris Cosmic Dancing, Junior Blessing, Afrobeat Revolution, Joe Abrams, Malik, don't forget headlining, John Armstrong, and Ramon Rivas, man. It's gonna be a great night, man. We're gonna have a great time out there, man. Barbecue cook-off, man. Charles Oakley, if you out there, man, if somebody you gotta tap into him, man, hit Oaktown up, man. We wanna get him onto the damn over at Coching's Meat Market, man. We got the barbecue cook-off. Don't forget about Food Strong and Till Soil. Gonna have a food giveaway along with Towards Employment. Towards Employment Village has got their own thing. We're gonna have the biggest line dance competition. We're gonna try to set the record for the largest line dance with a band. I know we're gonna make Cleveland record, but we should try to make the world record for the largest line dance with a band, man. They're gonna keep going as long as y'all can keep going. Shouts out to my girl Brenda and Tamika over at Towards Employment. DJ Ronnie Brown over that mug. My main man Ken Cody up in this bitch, man. Harold, all my people, man. Thank all of the Red Lion. Poke over there on the graffiti. We can't do this shit without you, man. All of the people that's helped us out. Amy, can't think of his other thing, man. Shout out to Stephanie House and Myrna and the whole crew over at Ward 8, man. We appreciate all the help. Like I said, we're going to go out canvassing tomorrow in the neighborhood. If you're not doing nothing, pull up to us. We'll be happy to have you, man. Shout out to my crew over at The Voice of Radio, man. Showed up strong for us yesterday. Hit the streets. New Day Huff will be this weekend, so if you're in Cleveland, it's a lot going on. It's a Cleveland market. It's something on West 117th this weekend. It's the Huff, New Day Huff event, and then next week we'll have ours, and I believe this week we have Lakewood Arts Festival also, so it's always a shit ton to do. All this shit be free in Cleveland, so if you're from out of town, you want to do something, and if you're a brokey, man, come bring your ass in here. $300 go a long way in this town, man, and I mean that, damn it. Yo, y'all have a great evening tonight. Don't eat too many gummies, man. And like my man EP always say, man, smoke weed so you don't punch nobody in the face, man. I appreciate y'all, man. Stay tuned for Dre the Gemini, everything anime, followed by Al Porter's Hip Hop Workshop, man. Thank y'all so very much, man. Appreciate y'all making me a superstar. All right, man. There we go. Another one's in the book, man. Shout out to my man JB, man. I love you, big bro, man. Shout out to JJ, man. Appreciate everybody on the tickety-tockety that turned in, man. You got any questions, bring them over to SOHIGHO216 at Gmail. I'll answer them tomorrow on TikTok. I'll be on at 10 o'clock tomorrow on Dumb America. Good morning, Dumb America, man. Look out for y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Y'all have a great evening. Woo-hoo.